Hello, and welcome to Oracle of the Divine Ophite. This is a channeled message, so it's actually for a very specific person or possibly a very specific group of people out there today, so it might not resonate for everyone. But if it does resonate, please give the video a like and share it if you feel so inclined. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please take some time to do that and hit the notification bell so that you know when I upload new videos. So this came through, an entity was trying to contact me, and an energy was trying to contact me. And it's an energy that I don't actually have much experience with. This energy hasn't contacted me previously, but I meditated on this energy and I kept getting a name, and the name I kept getting when I was asking who this energy or entity is Mahakala. So I did a little bit of research on Mahakala, and what I found was that this is known in Hindu belief as an asura or a demon. And the energy that I'm picking up from this particular entity is, it doesn't seem to be malevolent. It seems definitely very fierce and definitely very powerful and very fiery. But at the same time, the way this particular message and contact was coming through seemed very benevolent to me, almost loving or admiring in a way. So I feel like this energy is trying to make contact with someone out there, that there's actually some fondness between your energy and this energy for whatever reason. I I can't go too deeply into the relationship, but I am getting the impression that there was some sort of a relationship, whether it was a partnership of sorts or a previous soul contact, or something of the like. But I pulled some cards just to get some more clarification, and the message that I got was that this energy really wants to work with you, whoever I'm speaking to out there. This energy's been trying to contact you. This energy wants to work with you because you've been feeling a little bit overwhelmed or out of sorts in a particular situation, kind of feeling like you're at a disadvantage, like, you're in a struggle of some sort in your life, and you kind of feel like you're always trying to be the good person. You're always trying to be the decent, well-behaved, good-hearted person, because you are a spiritual person. You have a good heart. You have a good soul. You're definitely a soul that leads through the light. You always, in any situation you're in, you always lead with your light. And you've been, in a way, denying other aspects of your soul and your totality that have to do with your dark side or your shadow. And this energy wants to work with you because the message I'm getting is, and I'm going to kind of speak the words that I'm getting through from the energy itself. Don't be afraid of your dark side. Your dark side is a part of you. Your dark side is very powerful. And your dark side is the side of you that will stop you from feeling overwhelmed. Your dark side is the side of you that will stop you from feeling powerless and feeling taken advantage of and feeling like you're always at a disadvantage. So the dark side is where you really need to be looking. You need to balance out some of your light with some of your darkness. And a lot of people are afraid of their darkness. They're afraid of their shadow, and so they try to subdue their shadow. And the message I'm getting here is that there's some sort of a deeply held belief about what the shadow is. Whoever I'm speaking to out there, you have some deeply held belief that's very polarized, that's telling you that the shadow is specifically evil, and that, there's something really bad about the shadow, and that if you give in to your shadow, you'll just become this completely evil and wicked person. We get this message a lot in media as well. Like in movies, everything's always polarized. It's always like this person's good, this person's evil. Once this person opens up to their dark side, they just go all the way and turn into a complete psychopath. Mahakala wants you to know that this is not the case. Mahakala wants you to know that you don't have to be completely evil. You don't have to be completely good. There is a middle ground. There is a balance. And actually, balance is spiritual completion. The balanced soul is the soul that's fully integrated. It's shadow. Mahakala wants to work with you so that you can work on integrating your shadow into the rest of your personality and the rest of your expression in existence in this material realm. Mahakala also is giving me the message that you have kind of, you've been holding on to some ideas about wealth as well. Like you want to have material wealth, you want to have material abundance, but at the same time, there are these beliefs that the rich are evil or that material wealth somehow corrupts people and corrupts situations. I'm also getting the message here that Mahakala wants you to know that this is also not the case. And this energy is very tied in with abundance and wealth. This is a very elemental, very, very earthy energy. And so by connecting with this energy, you will be able to bring wealth and abundance into your life. This is an energy that can teach you how to do that and can actually lead you to the places, situations, people, and things that you need in order to manifest the wealth and abundance in your life that you want and that you need. And this is, Mahakala is coming through in a very loving way. It's like maybe you had some sort of previous soul contact where you were actually close with this energy. There are situations where, you might have been in a different form. The soul, the human soul is not necessarily a human soul. You're inhabiting a human body right now, but that may not have always been the case. There are cases of human souls inhabiting the underworld and then coming back into the material realm and being in a human body. So you may have had this contact at a time when either you were incarnating somewhere in the underworld, like perhaps you traveled through the underworld and you had contact with this particular energy and you formed some sort of a bond. Because I'm getting that there's a very strong bond here, whoever I'm speaking to. They're really trying to get through to you in a very loving, very benevolent way, even though this is a very fierce energy. And this energy is, I get the feeling from this energy that, they can really tear things up. They are really good at war. They're really good at fighting. They're very good at vengeance. They're very malevolent when they want to be, but in this particular message, they're being benevolent towards you, whoever I'm speaking to. And they really want you to reach out to them. They want you to open up your mind and your heart to working with these underworld energies, because it will really balance you out and allow you to bring the things in that you need to bring into your life to feel happy, joyful, complete, and successful and victorious. These struggles that you've been having, whether they be people, situations, I kind of get the message here that you've been fighting with some people, and this is not necessarily physical fighting, but there's definitely been some struggles going on over something, like where you actually have adversaries that you've been going up against, whether it's mentally, emotionally, whatever. And these people are playing dirty. Like they have no problem tapping into their dark side and playing dirty. And because you've been holding off from doing that, because you are always trying to be the good person, you're always trying to take the high ground, these people have been pulling some really, really nasty shit on you and seemingly getting away with it. But they're not getting away with it really because Mahakala has been watching them. Mahakala has seen everything that they've done, and their punishments are already being planned and already, already in the works, already starting to be enacted. So they will get what they deserve. But Mahakala wants you to actually be okay with the vengeance that's planned on these people. And somewhere in your heart, you're not okay with it. You're feeling some guilt about even, the possibility of harm or bad fortune befalling these other people, even though they've hurt you, even though they've acted in very destructive and harmful ways toward you. You always take the high ground. You're such a good person. You're such a beautiful soul. You don't even want to see your enemies hurt. That's how good of a soul you are. And I think this is one of the things that Mahakala really loves about you. These underworld energies, they're a lot more complex than people give them credit for. And they can actually see when someone's a good soul and a good spirit and does good works on the earth. And you've probably been doing good works for millennia, probably in multiple incarnations. So, you are a good soul. You don't have to worry about that. But Mahakala wants you to know that you don't always have to take the high ground, especially when other people are behaving badly and hurting you. You can fight fire with fire. Mahakala wants to give you the realization of that truth, that fighting fire with fire is wisdom. It's not turn the other cheek like what you're told in the Christian religion. And I don't even know if that's even really one of Christ's teachings, because a lot of these spiritual texts have been so tampered with. Christ was a fighter. Christ was somebody who came to bring justice. And in order to bring justice, you have to fight fire with fire. So instead of turn the other cheek, fight fire with fire. And Mahakala wants to bring you the realization that this is what's missing in your spiritual completion. Your path to spiritual completion is the wisdom of knowing when to be kind and when to be harsh. You have to balance mercy with severity. And this is also like a Kabbalistic teaching as well. The balancing of mercy with severity. And whoever I'm speaking to out there, you have not been severe, not because you're not capable of being severe, but simply because you have believed that being severe automatically labels you as an evil person, and it doesn't. Some situations, some people deserve severity. Some people, severity is called for in order to show them how evil they are and teach them a lesson about how they shouldn't be that way and they shouldn't be evil towards others, because they might get their ass kicked if they go that route. And so you're one of those people that's capable of teaching people those lessons. You are walking karma when you want to be, and you don't even have to try. You can actually teach people lessons without even trying. But it's because you have these underworld energies that protect you. They follow you, they watch you. They see what other people are doing to you. They see the evils that other people are perpetrating on you, and they take vengeance for you. But the message I'm getting is that they want you to be aware that you have that power of vengeance walking behind you. You don't even have to really venture out and do anything yourself. These energies, these protective underworld energies, they are perfectly willing to do the dirty work for you. but they want your permission. They want you to be fully on board with what they're doing. So the other message I'm getting here from Mahakala is that you have great magical ability that you're not using. And there's a certain cycle that's happening right now. Something's just opened up. I'm getting the word portal. There's some sort of a portal, some sort of an energy entrance point that's opened up in this realm and has also opened up in you at the same time, where you now have access to great magical ability and great powers of manifestation. And if you work with Mahakala, if you work with that underworld energy at this particular time, your personal powers, energies, everything is much more potent than it has been in the past. So this is a time to take advantage of that magical potency and to take advantage of relationships that you can form with these underworld energies in order to push through the things that you want to bring into existence for yourself. And this is an opportune time to do that. The Wheel of Fortune is smiling upon you if you should choose to do that. This is also a really excellent time for you to take vengeance on your enemies. And when I say take vengeance, I'm not talking about physical vengeance. I'm talking about any sort of spell work that you might want to do, as far as return to sender type spell work, protective spells that will actually not only protect you, but will cause the negative spells and negative energies that are coming out of other people to backfire and go back on them. There's ample information everywhere on how to do this. Take it how it resonates. And definitely, if you're a person that's not into doing that type of work, that's perfectly understandable. That is your free will to do so. If you are a person that's willing to do that type of work, you have very powerful energy here that wants to work with you in that regard. That's just really excited about taking vengeance on your enemies if you should choose to do that. And, I will leave it up to you to decide how you want to do that, to decide where you want to gather information. But there are tons of spells, grimoires. There are different, if anybody ever wants any advice on, different grimoires to do different things, I have a little bit of knowledge about that. And, you can contact me in the comments or on my website. The information to how to contact me is in the description box for my videos. So ask questions if you want to. I'm perfectly willing to help if I can. But should you choose to do this type of work, this is a very powerful time, and you have very powerful energies that are willing to support you. And I get the feeling from this reading that there are some people out there that you'd really, you'd like to get back at them. You'd like to stop them from doing what they're doing, because just, the energy that I'm getting from this reading is that I'm talking to someone who's been the target of a lot of negative spell work, a lot of evil eye, a lot of jealousy, a lot of actual malicious spell work, like people doing nasty spell work, voodoo, moon magic, you name it. It's like your energy, your light is so bright that you just attract these people to you that just want to steal your light and want to dim your light, and they're willing to go to these really outrageously nasty lengths to do that. So I get the message that you have been targeted, definitely been targeted by people doing negative spell work, and Mahakala is angry about that. Mahakala doesn't like when people target innocent people, people who haven't done anything to them, people who haven't done anything wrong, and put negative, nasty stuff on them to make their lives go badly, to try to injure them, to try to harm them. This is one thing that, people believe that underworld energies appreciate that type of behavior, but actually they don't appreciate it. They will definitely let you do it if you choose to do so. They won't try to stop you, but the reason they'll let you do it is so they can have the pleasure of punishing people later on for doing that type of shit to people. So, but when you have been targeted, they are perfectly willing to help you take vengeance, because vengeance is your right. Vengeance is justice. You have the right to take vengeance on people who have wronged you and done nasty things to you. So you're really being encouraged to meditate on Mahakala. Look for mantras, look for different ways to meditate on this particular energy, contact this particular energy. This energy really cares about you, has a bond with you, and wants you to explore your underworld roots. I'm getting here. I'm talking to somebody who actually has some roots in the underworld. Like perhaps you have familial lines, spiritual bloodlines that tie you to the underworld, even though you are predominantly a spirit of light, but you definitely have some connection to the underworld. And you haven't been exploring that enough, because the idea of exploring it has been scary for you. The idea of exploring it has made you a little bit nervous, like wondering if you're doing something wrong. Mahakala wants you to know that you're not doing anything wrong by exploring that. It's part of who you are. It's part of you, the totality of your spiritual makeup, and you're incomplete without it. If you don't explore that part of yourself, you're actually leaving your spiritual journey like not completed. And there's so much more energy and power and joy to be found through completion. So Mahakala is offering to gently walk with you through your exploration of your own underworld energy, your own dark energy that has been hidden and kind of, suppressed and submerged. This is the time, this is the time to bring that energy out and explore it. And this is also the time to kick ass on your enemies. Like, this is the time. This needs to stop. This feeling of being in the middle of a bitch fight with a bunch of people, or in a situation that just, you're outnumbered, you're overwhelmed. Mahakala wants you to know that, with the help of this energy, with the help of your underworld energy and this connection, this will be you. You will be in the advantage. You will be the one that comes out on top. I'm going to pull a couple more cards just to see if there's any more general advice. But I'm just really getting such a combination of excited, fiery, angry, but loving energy at the same time. It's really interesting. I haven't often felt energy like this in a reading. So yeah, this is definitely this is a time for, as you see, 10 of Pentacles, this is completion. This is a time that you can actually bring your material existence to its pinnacle through connecting with this energy. You can bring yourself health, wealth, all the things that you've ever wanted, personal power, all these beautiful things. And look, I was talking about love, and look at that. Like, you're actually getting love from this underworld energy. It's absolutely beautiful. Your spirit is so beautiful and so light that you actually get love. from the darkness. You get love from a demon. You are an absolutely, whoever I'm speaking to, you are absolutely an incredible soul to be able to pull that kind of love and devotion from a spirit that exists in the dark and that has such warrior energy and such fierceness. So it's time for you to walk away from this fear that you have, this fear of the shadows, this fear of embracing your own darkness, embracing your own underworld energy. It's time to walk away from that and take a new path. And Mahakala is willing to hold your hand and walk with you down that path. And along the way, you have the opportunity to get justice for everything that, you've been wronged, you've been falsely accused, you've been shit on, you've been gossiped about, you've had shit stolen from you, you've just been carrying this burden for so long. And it's the burden of your own light. It's like you're trying so hard to be the good one that it's actually turned into a burden for you. And your light shouldn't be a burden. Your light should be safe to express itself in the wider world. But your shadow is what allows your light the freedom to be what it is. Your shadow is what actually protects you while you are exhibiting your light. And it seems like you're finally coming to the understanding, and Mahakala will help you gain even more understanding about how your light and your shadow or your darkness work together to make you a whole person and to make your life and your experience in this material realm complete. Because this material realm is all about learning about balance, learning about how to find balance between polarities, balance between what seem to be opposites, or what seems to be things that just don't belong together at all. But your darkness and your light belong together because they are one and the same. They go hand in hand. It's just different expressions of the same entity. So Mahakala wants you to know that, once you discover this, once you discover that your darkness is beautiful, your shadow is beautiful. Once you understand that with Mahakala's help, then you become a full creator of your own destiny, of your own life, your own situations, your own happiness, your own wealth and abundance. You become the creator of everything around you. So this is a really big, important time for you. This is a big step. You stepping into these kick-ass underworld energies that will finally, and Mahakala is just, last final advice, final message. Mahakala wants to share knowledge with you, share power, share wisdom, share knowledge of how to protect yourself against your enemies, how to take vengeance on your enemies, how to gain the wealth and abundance that you want, how to work your own magic, how to be the most effective magician you can possibly be, and how to stop taking unnecessary sacrifices onto yourself. You've been sacrificing your own happiness and well-being unnecessarily because you've been trying to be a good person. You are a good person. You don't even have to try. All you have to do is just embrace all of who you are So meditate on Mahakala and ask for Mahakala's help in understanding what you need to do in order to integrate your shadow and become more complete in who you are by embracing your underworld energies. Mahakala is waiting for you to make contact. And so I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm not really getting any more messages. So if this resonated with you, please like the video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do that and hit the notification bell so that you know when I upload new videos. And thank you for joining me. I hope this was helpful. This is Oracle of the Divine Ophite, and all the blessings to you. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.